Hello everyone, and welcome back to another update with the self-expanding factory. So, I have made a lot of improvements upon the old design. We are now up to version 3.7. I lost track what version of the blueprint book I left you guys, so I'll be making sure to make some edits on that. And if I were to zoom back, actually I got a better idea. Let me just show you. I've let this factory run for about a little bit over 16 hours, and as you can tell, it's had some time to grow. Yeah, I don't even... Wait, let me just get rid of these. Delete. Delete. Sorry about that, everyone. What the... Okay. So, the factory's had a lot of time to grow, and it actually has done a fairly good job. Now, there is a bit of an issue. This factory, it's going to continue to grow, but there's so much going on. The game's having a hard time navigating everything, and it feels like it's actually slowed down the game speed just so it can keep up with processing everything going on. You will you will have to kind of babysit. It's not completely self-reliant, sadly. I did have to make sure it's got power. That's one thing you really have to make sure, is if you can supply it power, this thing will do just about everything else. If you can't give it an initial power boost at the start, it tends to fall apart. And yeah, I mean, I fixed a lot of bugs, made a lot of edits. Factory's trying to figure out everything. That's a dead cell. Here, let me try showing you some of the things. So, where is the power plant, pipe field? This is what they'll look like when they're done. Obviously, none of them are done yet. They're somewhere along in their little stages. Why? Oh, you're mining. Okay. If they got little dots in a circle, that means they're mining. If they don't, then there's something else going on. This one's in between stages. That's wrong. So when power's a bit of an issue, it does little hiccups in the program and it screws it up. There's not a whole lot I can do to resolve that. That's instead of it trying to expand into a lake. A lot of these cells are actually working as intended. So here it's actually built a factory. And the factory is running because it is receiving an input signal. And within these factories we can build just about everything. And we got our oil processing. Rely heavily on heavy oil as we do coal liquefaction, and we also do crude oil processing. Yay! In any case, yep, the factory, or the assembly plant, my bad. Also processes ores as well as oils and makes stuff. Is there anything else really to show? Is there a power plant I can show off? I know you had a power. Oh, you disassembled your power plant when I built that one. Well, as soon as its power crisis begins again, and that'll be when this reaches 90% of its battery, it will start building more power plants. Till then, it's just kind of going into this expanding mode for ores and resources. It's kind of eating up the original factory. This was the power plant I built to help in the start. It's cut itself off a few times. I know at one point it even munched this power plant, so I had to rebuild it. But because it doesn't have its own power plant right now, I need this one to stay functional so we can keep producing fuel. Oh, and we have another assembly plant over here. And as we work, it's kind of slowly going to munch the original oil fields. Ideally, if the game wasn't lagging or slowing things down, we would be a lot further ahead than what we are currently at. Turret-wise, the whole factory is covered. It's literally littered with turrets. The insects have tried to break in a few times. They can't. The artillery is slowly chipping away at them, but the logistic bots are just... they're having issues. Like... yeah, I'm not even going into detail about that. Currently, the factory's got over 3,000 logistic bots, 300 of them are in use, and over 2,000 construction bots, all are in use. Apparently, they're grabbing pipes. But yeah, it will slowly expand. It does everything it needs to. It just needs to run off in the background. Oh, expand it again. Yeah, it's expanded over here, and it's deleting what was left of this assembly plant that I had built. So that... okay. If we look at our logistics system, how many yeah, we have a lot of members. Wait, how many... one cell... okay, I'm not quite familiar with that. As you could just see, I think that's in my inventory. But that might be too many. And we have fish. We can start up a fish plant. Got over 2k uranium. Do we actually have any raw uranium left? No, but we have 12 nuclear power plants. Got a lot of artillery shells. Oh, we have raw uranium. And we have a lot of that uranium. Okay. We don't have any fuel cells. Huh. In any case, how's our power looking? Yeah, give me the last 50 hours. Actually, 10 would probably be better. So as you can see, when I leave the factory run for a while, it kind of goes and boop, kills its power plant, goes into this energy deprived state, and then comes back when I fix it. As you can see, solar power is kind of stagnant at the moment. As time goes on, and ideally more sectors finish off their scripts, this should start to climb. That is the ideal. Not a whole lot to say, other than I'd say just download and play around with it. If you notice any bugs or glitches in the script, feel free to let me know. If a cell were to just accidentally do this, is this even functional? Yeah, it's functional. Try to ignore that because there's not a whole lot I can do for that kind of error. The best thing you can do is just simply tell it to munch away at it. But generally that won't happen so long as you have power being provided and you don't load the game too much. Yeah, there it is loading properly. It's really hard to do bug fixes for this project as things aren't consistent, especially in large scale. Okay, you're making it way. Okay, well, that's about it. Sorry about the horrible speech and the bad talking. Hope everything works out for you guys. And let me know how far you guys get. In any case, that is all. Have a good day.